Hey, it's Cole Patterson here one last time to go over some beyond advanced techniques, some multimedia techniques. Something that I consider to be one of the most difficult parts of using a program like this is using it to better use other programs. Now, I have this design that I made for a different page on the website here. Buttery layers pastries made with real bugs. I feel like if I went back, I could do a couple more things with this, but for now, I think that it's fine. It's funny. It made me laugh. The butterfly's kind of pretty, unironically, and I feel like that the layers that I have are ready for using, so we're just gonna go ahead and send this over to Photoshop to do some more work with, like maybe putting a picture of an actual pastry in. Now, we're going to export this as, and we're going to drop this down to Photoshop PSD file. Now, let's put this in our desktop and just hit save real fastly. Put that DPI to DP high. Let's see, I'm thinking write the layers with maximum editability with type optimized. And we'll just go ahead. Now, once that's done, we can go ahead and open this up in Photoshop and see what we have. Apologies. Still under the weather. In all fairness, it hasn't been that long since the first video where I said I was under the weather. Now we're going to close this down for a moment. And open this up, and let's see what we got. Alright, well, our canvas size is a little off, but that's something that can be remedied with a little blood, sweat, and tears. But we do have each of our layers comprised of the groups that make them. Okay. Okay. This is something I could work with. That is right interesting. I've never done this quite this way before. This was a bit of an experiment for myself, and this is just plumb neat. Oh, well, there's a ton of things I'd like to do with this. I could I'm gonna have to think on this for a bit, but the important thing is now we all know how to take a file from Illustrator into Photoshop while retaining its layers and while retaining its vector level quality. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to pop back over to Illustrator, and we're going to do the same thing, except instead of going to Photoshop, we're going to go to After Effects and try and get the same outcome. Alright, now that we're back into our Illustrator file, we're just going to go ahead, and we've already saved this, so we're going to minimize this and just open up After Effects just real fast. And get ourselves a new project, make ourselves a new composition, something nice and basic. We're not stressing over the details here, but we're going to go into File, Import File. And then from there, we're going to go ahead pardon me. Wait for this to get done loading. It's taking a little bit of time. Alright, and we will cut back to this when it's done loading. Okay, and after some difficulty, I think I figured it out. We're going to go to import file here, hit this, hit OK, and then go ahead and drop this pre-comp in right here, at which point we can open it up and single out all the important bits. As you can see, the layers are separated by the composition is separated by layers, which means from there each individual asset could be used and manipulated independently of all the others. For motion graphics especially, this is huge. The possibilities that come with that level of freedom are immense. You can take a still image, knock it down to its individual parts, and make a moving picture out of something that a moving image, something with motion to it that people normally recognize as still, and then make it not so. I mean, my sentence structure is a little bit circular, but the core idea behind that is kind of incredible. If you take something that you worked really hard to make as an illustration, and then you can just go in and effortlessly make that an animation, just one image, that's something to get excited about as a designer. I don't know. I think it's incredibly cool. But that's actually all that I got. Thank you for taking the time to go through all of these, and I hope you learned something.